Hello everyone, today we will learn about energy from the sun and how it helps plants and animals live. We will talk about how energy is passed from one thing to another, and that's called the energy chain. We will also find out what would happen if there were no sun or plants on earth. Let's begin. The sun is not just a yellow circle in the sky, it is a huge ball of burning gas. It gives us two main things: light and heat. This energy helps plants grow, warms the earth, and gives animals and humans the energy they need to live. Without the sun, our planet would be dark and cold. What is energy? Energy is the power that helps things move, grow, and stay alive. You use energy when you run and play. Plants use energy to grow, and animals use energy to hunt or eat. The sun gives us the first energy that starts everything. Energy transfers means that energy moves from one thing to another. It starts with the sun always. The sun gives the energy to the plants. The plants use the sun's energy to make their own food. Remember, we learned about it through photosynthesis. Then animals eat the plants and get the energy. Bigger animals eat the smaller animals and they get their energy too. That's how the energy moves. So basically, the sun gives the plants the energy. The plants makes its own food and gives that energy to the smaller animal, and then that bigger animal will eat the smaller animal. So basically, sun, plant, herbivore, carnivore, and you will see the arrows are pointing to the way the energy is going. This is an energy chain, also called a food chain. It shows how energy goes from the sun to a plant like grass, to a herbivore like a grasshopper, then to a bird, and finally to a carnivore like, for instance, a snake or a fox or any type of carnivore. Each arrow shows how the energy moves from one to another. Without the sun, this whole chain will be broken because there wouldn't be any energy to give to the plants in the first place. Where do we get the light energy then from? Light energy helps us to see and grow. The biggest source of light energy is the sun. But we can also get light from electric lights, candles, and fire. All natural energy still comes from the sun in the beginning. Even fire needs wood that grew using sunlight. So as you can see here, everything needs basically the sun. Herbivores? Now, what is a herbivore? Herbivores are animals that eat only plants. They do not eat other animals, only plants, grass, trees, the leaves, for instance, and so forth. Examples of herbivores can be cows, deers, and rabbits. When they eat plants, they are actually getting the sun's energy that the plant stored in their leaves. This energy helps the animals to grow. So, as you can see, all these cute animals on the slide are eating plants and grass, and that helps them to get their energy from. Now, carnivores are meat eaters. They eat other animals to get energy. Lions, hawks, and snakes are all carnivores. If a lion eats a zebra and the zebra ate grass, the lion is getting the energy that first came from the sun because the grass got its energy from the sun. The zebra ate the grass, and now the lion will eat the zebra. Can you see how the food chain works and how everything depends on the sun to get its energy for movement from? So, everything we eat gives us energy, as we said, whether it is a fruit, a vegetable, or meat. That food started from the sun. We use energy to move, play, do schoolwork, and even sleep. Yes, you need energy to sleep. That's why we say food equals energy, because without food, we won't have any energy in us. So if there was no sun on Earth, would what would be what will happen then? So basically the whole planet, the whole universe would be cold and dark. Plants would die because they can't make food without sunlight. Then herbivores would have no food. Then carnivores would also have no food, so without the sun, all life would stop because everything will die. There is no food for any plants or animals left on Earth then. If there were no plants, the energy chain will also break. Why? Because herbivores would have nothing to eat, and carnivores would also not be able to eat the herbivores. The energy from the sun would not move through the chain, so no one would get any food or energy. So let's remember what we have learned. The sun gives us the energy. Plant uses sunlight to grow. Herbivores eat plants to get their energy, and carnivores eat the herbivores to get their energy. That is how energy moves. But if there is no sun or no plants, everything would die. Thank you for listening so well. I hope you understand now and how important the sun is for life.